Hey folks, welcome in to the living room on this fine Sunday. It is July the 6th and we're here today for a special cause, as we will be throughout next week. More on that a bit later once we have a few folks in. We're waiting for our raid and here we are. This is immaculate. Welcome in, man. Welcome in, 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖𝙬, joining from his alternative account, second account, 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖, where he was doing some design today. Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for being here. See me. Welcome in. Let me explain in a bit. DJ Leave Motive, welcome in chat. Thanks for joining with the raid. Thanks for hanging out with Saxy earlier. Thanks Yanni for being here. Schnulf, welcome in, and thank you so much for the 32 months, man. Here's to many more. And also, my mom gifted a sub to 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖. Thank you so much for that as well. Paddy Mankini and DJ Leave Motive, thanks for the follows as well. I appreciate that. Today, though, we are here to support 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖, a valiant member of this music community throughout the last 5 years, at least, right? 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖 has been a huge supporter of the music community, such as myself, such as so many other streamers, most prominently by organizing the cultural exchange raid train, which is an amazing event where he brought so many musicians from all over the world together. And now, after all these years, it's time for us to send a bit of support to him. If you want to know more, please use the commands in chat. We have !, 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖, I think, for some general info. And if you want to check out the GoFundMe to support 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖 with covering the costs of a important surgery he had to undergo just recently, where he's still recovering from, and also his life-changing move to Brazil, please feel free to check out again the commands and the GoFundMe. Okay, 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖 seems not to be a command. God damn it. I should know my own commands. Oh, it should be 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖 though. Wait. It is live though. Okay. Let me correct this. Real quick. Da 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 da. Just casual classic thing at the start here. Okay, so it's either safe SD, safe 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖, or SSD as well. Whoop, to get the info. Let me quickly change the title. Sorry about that, but here we are. So, should be safe SD. So far, we have raised over the last months $10,646, and we still got ways to go. Every little bit helps, folks. Don't let yourself be discouraged by the end goal, because again, every little bit helps our friend 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖 to get a bit closer to his goal and to cover some expenses. This is not a Kickstarter like one on all or nothing thing. Everything you're willing to give will go to 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙭𝙧𝙖. Please just note that today, don't use the usual donation options that go to me. Please use the GoFundMe link posted in chat with the commands. To commemorate this a bit, today we're not doing our regular requests, but every donation of $10 or more will get a song request today. Every donation over $50 will get you a live learn. And we have also a few total goals. So if we hit $150, this stream will do a live learn raffle, which means you guys can request any song and I will learn it live for you on stream here. If we reach $300, I'll do something I haven't done in a while. I'll try playing while lying on my back and playing overhead. That's going to be a fun thing to try out. And then we've got a special goal at $500, also featuring 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙬𝙧, or thanks to 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬. We have some amazing merchandise for this event that 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬 designed himself. You can check it out with SD merch in chat. This includes some t-shirts and sweaters with a cool logo on the front and all of the signatures of the musicians who took part in the Save 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬 event throughout the month on the back. So if you always wanted to get some signatures of your favorite streamers here on Twitch, then this is also an amazing option to both support 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬 on his journey and at the same time get something cool to remember the event and to remember all the musicians who took part in it. Once we reach, or if we reach, a total of $500 during the stream, we'll do a raffle as well, and the winner will get one of those for free. However, again, if you want to get one of those, please feel free to check them out. They're really cool. Why does 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬 need saving? That is a very good question. The short answer is that Carl had to undergo some surgery a while back that he's still recovering from. And if you know anything about the health insurance system in the US, you know it can be costly. Also, he's on the way of moving to Brazil at the moment to start a new job there and a new life, you could say. And everything together just needs a lot of funding, right? That's difficult to come by these days. So again, if you have a little bit to give at the moment, every single dollar helps. If you want to get a bit more info, please feel free to check out the GoFundMe. There's also some info on where or what the money is exactly needed for. And yeah, I think 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬 can put it in words way better than I can. No worries, 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬. Please feel free to take some time off. You're streaming after me again as well, so get some of your energy back, man, especially these days. Get some rest, and we'll see each other later. Auroria, welcome in chat, by the way. I think we answered your question. Nini, welcome in chat as well. Haven't been here for a while, sadly. At times don't lie too often. No worries there, but thank you so much for being here, especially today. For this special event and this important cause. Thanks also for the 6 months, though. Appreciate that. And Hath and Fox, thanks you so much for joining us in chat today. And Simi, in case you still want to support 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬, I don't know what means of payment are working for you, but feel free to reach out either to me or 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬 after the stream, and we'll surely find a way if you are keen on supporting him. Thanks so much for considering, though. We appreciate that. And welcome in, Poji. So this is my first time taking part in this event. Sadly, I had a lot to do as well and a lot on my plate the last few months. However, I'm happy to be here today. I just hope that the overlays and everything and the alerts work. In case I miss your donation for some reason, again, I hope I don't, please let me know in chat. We'll cross-check and you get your incentive accordingly. As long as there are no requests today, we'll just play a little bit of music for you. A little bit of piano, a little bit of looping. I think today everything goes depending on what you guys are up to. However, let's warm up first a bit. I want to play some video game music for you guys. So let's start with a little bit of music from the Elder Scrolls series. Tread, I won't on stream. Sorry about that. But if you're keen on sharing your music, we're always happy to see what you created. Not promoting it though. I'm sorry for that. If you feel like it, feel free to check out Discord. We got a music channel there where you can also share your own music. Thanks. All right, let's get into this. Welcome in, X. And we also have our first donation coming in today. Thank you so much. I think this one's from I know who this is from. 𝙎𝙖𝙫𝙬𝙧𝙖𝙜. If you want to request a live learn, please let me know in chat which song you choose. And ETC, thanks for the 3 months. Appreciate your support. Means I'm lying on my back while playing, but close. That will also be interesting. Someone playing something on my back and I have to find out what it is. Welcome in, Schnulf. Welcome in, Debbie. Thanks for joining us, especially today on the stream where we try to raise funds to support one of our valued members of this music community, Sex Dragon. Hope you're doing well. How are you? Also, Nalaikika, in case you haven't heard me, if you're here, let me know if there's a song I can cover for you. And again, thank you so much for your donation earlier, $58. Check it out in a moment, like again. Thanks for posting the link. Alright, folks. So that was our first little bit of our stream with a little medley of different motifs, melodies, and songs from the Elder Scrolls series, spanning from Morrowind to Skyrim. Now, 𝙎𝙖𝙫𝙬 has been the first today with a generous donation towards this cause that we're streaming for today, to help out Carl, 𝙎𝙖𝙫𝙬, who's an amazing streamer and a valued member, again, of this music community. He's done a lot for a lot of small streamers, a lot of big streamers. Met him some years back on TwitchCon, waiting in line for some pizza, and we connected immediately. So every little bit that you're able to give today goes towards this cause. Please use the commands in the title instead of the usual means of donating here in the living room, so it goes to the right cause today. Thanks so much for considering this. And now, since every donation over $50 gives you guys a lifeline, which means you can let me know which song it is you want me to cover, and I will do so live on stream here. 𝙎𝙖𝙫𝙬, again, did so and requested a song by 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙫𝙬, called The Gift. So I don't know this song, I think, which means I will now listen to it real quick. Give me a second for that, and then we'll see what we can do with this. Okay, well, it's with piano, so... How long is this song? So this is 3 minutes 45. Let me quickly listen at least once to the whole thing. There's a lot of repetition, so I think after that we should be good with a little bit of help of sheet music. Oh, beautiful chords though. This definitely sounds like something I would add to the song list as well, I think. Yeah, I think with some sheet music this should be fine. So, let's get right into it, folks. This is our first request today. This is 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙬 with The Gift. Let me quickly add it to the song list. Oh, it was added to the song list. My mods are here to help. They are lurking in the shadows, but they're here. Thanks for that, folks. All right. So this piano piece is not played with like a usual setup when recording piano. Luckily, I do have a lot of VST plugins for piano sounds, and I think I've got one that fits right perfectly. Maybe even this one here? Ah, no. The first one was better. Yeah, that one. All right. So this is 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙬 with Gift. I hope you enjoy, folks. And again, feel free to check out the commands in chat, !save SD, to get some info on why we're here today. So that was The Gift by Job Beving. Let me add this one to the song list real quick. There we go. This was a live learn requested by 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙿𝙧𝙖𝙜𝙤, so this was the first time for us playing this on stream, but it won't be the last time since it's now added to the song list, which means in the coming streams this will be a regular part of the song list and go basically from a live learn to a song request for you all. So in case you were also interested in me learning a song for you live on stream, like this one for example, please feel free to check out the command !SSD in chat if you have a little bit to give at the moment. It goes to a great cause, to helping out a dear friend and a dear member of this community that's done, or who's done, a lot for us as well. So thank you, in case you're considering it. And welcome in, Zasha. So good to see you. How are you these days? How's everything going? Until we reach another dono goal or get a donation in, I will resume to playing some music I choose myself. I think right now the mood is quite chill, so let's go with another piece, piano piece with this piano sound. It's a very calming sound, I feel like, and that's something we can all use these days, right? So let's go with some Gibran Alcocer. Let's play idea number 10. Fine so far, weather is much better, no 40 degrees. Very true. It also cooled off here. Yesterday it was raining a bit, this morning was raining a bit, so I don't know the exact temperature where I live at the moment, but it's bearable. It's very bearable. And we have a lot of storms, and I love storms, so keep them coming, folks. Except, of course, all the bad stuff happening with storms, right? I'm prone to storms. I like storms. I don't like what they do to people sometimes, right? The question I have, what does this SSD save? It's about 𝙎𝙬𝙬𝙧𝙬, so safe SSD is short for safe 𝙎𝙬𝙬𝙧. 𝙎𝙖𝙭 is a streamer here on Twitch, almost lifelong musician. I met him at TwitchCon Paris, TwitchCon Netherlands back then, where he was playing with his band on the main stage. And we quickly started to talk a lot about like organizing stuff about, you know, the whole streaming affair, especially with musicians and the struggles we face on this platform. And he's just very experienced in the field, you know. So after that, he started to do the cultural exchange raid train. That one you might have seen around on Twitch already. It was back then a monthly event. Then due to a few circumstances, it became like a every now and then, or I think quarterly event. And he's just done like so much for musicians here on Twitch, right? With this raid train, like the cultural exchange raid train, sometimes had like dozens of musicians being organized under one hood, playing like a raid train over a whole week, you know. And he just did a lot for us to connect, to grow as musicians on Twitch. And well, then you know, I guess fate happened, and he needed some surgery. If you want some details on that, feel free to check out the GoFundMe event page a little bit. On the bottom there is a whole thing where he explains it himself, and he's also in the middle of moving. So there's just, you know, times are what they are. We all know it, right? And 𝙎𝙭𝙭 is from the US, right? He's a US citizen, so especially at the moment with everything going on, it can be a quite taxing matter to really do anything, especially when it comes to, you know, medical aid. So yeah, a lot of musicians pulled together, of course, under his supervision again, to make this event happen throughout the last few months, to raise some funds to support him in his endeavors. Hey, 𝙎𝙭, thanks for being here, keeping chat in check. Yeah, by the way, 𝙎𝙭 has a 101 stream streak right now. 101. That means whether 𝙎𝙭 is in chat or not, 𝙎𝙭 is always here. 𝙎𝙭 is lurking in the shadows. 𝙎𝙭 is the thing that you feel watching over your shoulder when you're about to do something stupid. And while we are playing this wonderful piece, idea number 10 by 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖𝙜𝙤, we have the next person coming in with a donation, and a huge donation at that. Sasha, you kind soul, thank you so much for the $176 towards this cause, towards helping 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬, you know, land on his feet. Thank you so much, man. This triggers a few things now. So first of all, Sasha, you're eligible of a lifeline, of course. We also immediately went over our first total goal of $150, which means after your lifeline, we'll also do a lifeline raffle, which means all of you in chat right now, thanks to Sasha and 𝙎𝙧𝙭𝙬𝙧, who donated so far, can soon join in on a raffle, and whoever wins the raffle will be able to do the same thing 𝙎𝙧𝙭𝙬𝙧 did, the same thing Sasha will do now, and that is to request a song that doesn't have to be on the song list, and I will learn it for you live on stream. That's a little bit of me saying thank you for your support to 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬. Thank you so much, Mr. Size. Much appreciated. Let me quickly add this up. We are now currently at 418 at $234 in total. So huge thank you. Sasha, let me know which song it is you would like to request, and as soon as we're done with that, we'll also. I need now to make thinking about the lifeline. You can also keep it, and we'll do the lifeline in another stream, another day. We'll be here next week quite often. In case you haven't something prepared, in that case, we'll just do the lifeline raffle first if you want to, and you have a little bit more time. Okay, perfect. We'll do that, of course. In that case, let me quickly hit a lifeline raffle here. Raffle start. Let's do this for 5 minutes, so it doesn't take too long. It should work, yes. So, folks, it is now your time to get active in chat. Just type !raffle to join the raffle to be eligible for winning a lifeline in about 5 minutes. This doesn't go all too long because we want to, you know, keep going. We're just here for 2 hours today before we raid over to the man himself, 𝙎𝙬𝙭𝙬. So you guys get to know who you are supporting. You guys get to know his music. He's an amazing saxophonist or sax player. He's also playing the guitar, and it's just an energetic bundle, I can tell you. So let's keep it that way, folks. All right, 4 minutes. In the meantime, let's play one more piece. Let's do another piece by 𝙎𝙖𝙭𝙬𝙧𝙖𝙜𝙤. I just like the sound of this piano right now. So let's go with idea 22. You guys, again, !raffle in chat to join this. Good luck, everyone. And after playing this, we'll come back and I'll check who won, and we'll do the lifeline for said person. right. Oh, we ran right into an ad break. Sorry about that. Forgot about those, but it helps bring in some new folks and raise some awareness for this event by disabling pre-roll ads in our next hour. It will also be the only ad break we have today, so thanks for understanding. We'll be right back. And the Lifeline raffle is, of course, still going. And there we go, 𝙎𝙖𝙭. Congratulations on winning the Lifeline raffle. Please let me know what it is you'd like to request. Da -da -da. All right, here we go. First one, Matt. So 𝙎𝙖𝙭, congratulations again. Please let me know what it is you would like to request. Which song is it that I can cover for you? While we do so, we have about 20 seconds left from the ad break, so perfect timing as well. There we go. Almost 10 seconds, I think. Richard Marx with Right Here Waiting. All right, let's hear it. Right Here Waiting. So, Sex Dragon, welcome back, man. Welcome back. We raised the bar. We already met our first goal today, and well on our way to the second. To me playing on my back. Didn't know this would go so fast. I'll be honest. My back is screaming a bit already in advance. Okay, Mr. Size also has an idea. Do you want to do a raffle for a logo recolor? I think we'll do my thingies if you'd like to. We're almost there. So yeah, we could incorporate that as well. I just started or incorporated everything already, so I didn't want to deviate too much from my original plan. So I think for now, for simplicity's sake, we'll stick with today's incentives, but I'll think about it and putting it in our next stream, man. Alrighty. And yeah, let's Sasha, you know your donation came in before the Lifeline, but if it's fine with you, I'll do the Lifeline for 𝙎𝙭 now, and you can let me know which one you want after that. Is that cool? All right, this also might be the first one we sing today. Let's see. Let me quickly listen to it. I think I don't know this song, so we'll do the old live learny thing. All right, Simi, thanks for the lurk. Every time you know me, I still ask, you know, it's just polite. But thanks, Sasha, I appreciate it. All right, let's have a listen at this song. Oh, this one. Here's the bridge. Verse again, and then I think we're good with this one. Okay. Okay, I think we should be good. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. This is our next lifeline. This one is for Poji, who just won the raffle. Congratulations on that again. And this is Right Here Waiting by Richard Marx. I'm kind of with this sound right now, Poji. I hope you're fine with me just doing a piano cover of this. And that was another life learn that we will add to the song list. Taka, just because I know you're active in the song list right now, do you add it? Do I add it? Just so we don't add it twice. But I can do it as well. Just want to know. So this was a live learn we did because Nolekika and Mr. Size together triggered, that's the word I was looking for, triggered a live learn raffle. Now after this, I will also do another live learn for Mr. Size, who donated a staggering $234, I think it was. No, wait, 176, sorry. We're at 234 in total, which probably was on purpose, as far as I know, Sasha, just so it's 234. It's up to you. Choose one which is better. All right, I think in that case we'll go with the classic, It's My Life. What do you think? And let me quickly see. Right Here Waiting was added. Turka, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So let's see. But I guess this one we have to change the piano sound again, because this won't sound very well when played with this very chill piano, right? We need a little bit of oomph for this one. Get the energy back in the stream. Let's do this. Guys, if you also want a live learn or just requesting a song from my extensive song list that I post now in chat, feel free to check out !SAVE_SD or SSD in chat to see what we're collecting funds for today. We are supporting a valued member of this community in his struggle at the moment. So yeah, thank you for considering supporting this. And that surely brought a little bit of energy back into the stream. Thanks for that, Sasha. This was, has been, always will be, It's My Life by Bon Jovi. What a classic. I guess, at least for old folks like us, right? There's probably kids in their 20s who don't know this anymore. Maybe from like some 90s parties though. Hey, Kaleidoscopy, thank you for joining. Thanks for the claps. Thanks, Light, also for being here on this very important day today and this very important week. Sasha, you're very welcome. Again, thank you so much for your support. You know how much it means to us. Cosmic, in case I didn't say hi, welcome in by the way as well. And thanks, Marlies, for joining. Good afternoon. So, it's 13:13. Oh no. We should... Well, Sasha, it probably is because this was Luigi's Mansion. I was just continuing with like the spooky vibes, you know. All right, hey DJ Leafmotif, thanks for still being here. It's similar to X always coming in when I play Skyrim music, going like, this sounds like Skyrim. It's now you going like, this could be Luigi's Mansion. Murphy. A little bit of Zelda, a little bit of Wind Waker. I never noticed that the main theme is incorporated in there. We have like the right, which is the Wind Waker theme. That stuff. And then later it goes on for like so far so normal. And that's the main theme again. Beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this. We have about 30 minutes left on today's stream before we raid over to 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚 himself, the man for who we are all here for. There we go. I think that was a correct English sentence. Today we are here to support our dear friend 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚, who had to undergo surgery and is still in the process of putting up with all the fees and everything. So he needs a little bit of support, and if you can give a little bit, the least we can do is say thanks in one of those ways. Every $10 you guys donate today, we'll do a song request. This will continue throughout the week. I'll post a schedule on when we are live for the Save 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚 Raid Train on our Discord and Instagram tonight. We'll be here, I think, 4 times in total. Maybe even 5, I have to check. So today is not the only day where you can do this. We'll continue with this. So requests this week will be disabled. Normally we do requests in order to, raise a bit of support for 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚. Every $50 or for $50 you get a lifeline, which means you can request a song that is not on my song list. If you want to check out which songs you can request, please feel free to visit the following website that I posted in chat right now. And we have already met our first general goal of $150, where we did another lifeline raffle. Now we are on our way, I think $57 or so short to you guys seeing me play in my bag. And then in case we hit $500 this stream, we will also do a raffle for a shirt that's available in 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚's merch shop. He designed some sweaters and some t-shirts specifically for this event and to support and raise funds for his treatment and everything. There have been multiple streamers throughout the months of this going on who supported him and who went live to raise funds for this. So we all collectively did a shirt basically with, well, 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚 did the shirt, but on the back there's like, I don't know how many, 50 or so signatures of different streamers on Twitch. So in case you always wanted to get like something from the Twitch music community, this is also a great way of doing so. Everything that 𝙎𝙬𝙫𝙚 raises through selling those t-shirts and sweaters will also go towards this goal. So thank you so much in case you are considering this. And of course there's also my signature on the back, which is the first time I officially signed something as Amadeus Music, I guess. Weird feeling. So get it while it's hot, I guess. All right. Since we don't have any requests at the moment, we'll go on a bit. Let's play a piece we haven't played in a while, but that was a piece quite often requested back in the days. I think it's still one of the most requested songs here in the living room. This being Blau by Absent. health intact. Take care of yourself. Take some breaks in between. And all the best with your accents. I feel every time you're here, you have accents. But that might be just time blindness. This is Hanyarani's Eden. Haniarani is a Polish pianist, and this was one of her first pieces, Eden. Hope you liked it. Thank you, Kirishima des, for the follow. Domo arigato. Or how the Japanese say, I don't even know if you're actually Japanese or if that's just your username, but thank you for joining us today. We need a Hans Zimmer medley. We could try this, Sasha. We could try this. Why not? Padao says, I would love to fall asleep to this, but I am too hungry. Andy World problems. I know the feeling, though. I know the feeling. It's like this thing of normal people eat something like at regular times throughout the day when they can make it. When do you eat? Oh, the legs are shaky. My stomach is actually turning inside out. Maybe. We should eat something. I know the feeling. And Eric, you wonderful soul, thanks for the 32 months. You keep on coming back. And I hope we can play some Guild Wars together soon. After the move, maybe. Thank you so much for 32 months. Aurora says, I feel that. Yeah, especially with the stress with the exams and learning and everything. I figure you're probably like in hyper-focus for a while and then all of a sudden you get hungry. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. And hey, there he is. Ah, look at him. Guys, Eric and Padao, both amazing musicians themselves. Same as Sex Dragon, who we are collecting some funds for today to support him with paying for his surgery that he had to undergo. And additionally to that, also his move to Brazil, I think it is, where he has a new job opportunity. Carla, hey, welcome in chat. Thanks for being here. So, if today you have a little bit to give and you feel like supporting a valued member of this community, I keep on saying the same things, it's just English, folks. Then, yeah, please feel free to. You also get a little bit in return today. For every $10, you get a song request. For 50, even a live learn, which means you can leave an imprint on our song list by adding a song to it that I don't know yet. And we have also a few mid goals, I guess, or sub goals. In case we reach a total of $300 today, I'll play on my back, for example. With a total of 500, we'll also do a t-shirt raffle for an amazing shirt. We have an appointment today. Ah, fuck, I forgot to tell you. I'm so sorry, Badahouse. I think we meant, yeah, we said Sunday first. The thing is, I forgot, or I mixed up the weeks, rather. So I don't think I can make it today. I hope that's not an issue. I'm really sorry, but you seem to have forgotten as well, so I don't feel as bad. But let's stay in touch. I'll contact you later, and let's see if we can make it like during the week, next week, sometime. Let me know when you're free, and I'll see if I can adjust. Next week I still have a little bit of time. Next week we'll still do some streaming, mostly and mainly for the Saving Sex Dragon event that we are on right now. We'll be part of this next Monday, I think Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. I'll let you know. I'll post the schedule on Instagram and Discord. I haven't been able to do so yet since I'm moving at the moment. I have like a wedding coming up next Saturday that I have to play at. I also have, I actually started a mini job on Fridays and Saturdays again. Where I can at least happily say it worked out quite well and the pay is okay, you know. So at least I'll be here next year as well. So that's probably safe thanks to that. But there's just a lot right now. And the more there is to organize, the more I tend to forget, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. It already got way better. I used to be such a mess when it comes to these things. All right, folks, we have about 15 minutes left before we raid over to our dear Sax Dragon himself, the man, the myth, the legend. So, in case you have any questions, in case you're still thinking about supporting this, but you don't really know who you're supporting, you don't really know where your support is going, perfectly, just stay around and we'll be over at Sax Dragons in 15 minutes. And you can let him explain himself, you can ask him some questions, you can hear his music, and still decide on whether you want to support him in his endeavors and with his medical journey as well. I remember I forgot a doctor's appointment 2 weeks later. Yeah, that also sounds like me, Nini. Put everything into Google Tasks or something similar. That doesn't help. I have a Trello pad, I have a calendar, and also a digital calendar, and I still forget things. That I still have to put things in that calendar, you know? That's just an additional step which makes it even worse for some reason. That doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does in my head. But it's generally a good idea to get a bit organized, and just having a calendar, at least, a physical calendar actually, helped a little bit. Nini asks a question that I was waiting for this question for a while now. Asks, do you have ADHD too? Yes. Amongst other things, Nini. But yeah. So what do we do in the last 15 minutes of the stream? Nini's like, nice. Is it though? At times it can feel like one, Nini, and at other times it just feels like a huge impairment. You know, it's a bit of both. Get a tattoo on your arm with a checklist and 5 lines you can write daily stuff on with a marker. Eric, I'll be honest, that sounds like an idea that comes from you, and I'm inclined to do it actually. Guys, if we reach $1,000 in today's stream, I'll actually get... I'm learning towards, Rory says I'm leaning towards the autistic range, apparently. Not diagnosed though, so I try to be careful with that. Yeah, it's important not to diagnose yourself, especially with all the stuff floating around in the internet, and especially with comorbidity, right? So... a lot of symptoms where people go like, oh, by the way, I'm so ADHD because I do these things. It could also be depression, it could also be autism, it could also be something completely else. It could also be just you being stressed a lot over a long time and not being able to deal with it. It can be so many things, so, yeah. The important thing is not the label. The important thing is just, you know how you can adjust to your own way of working out things, I guess, right? My friends always say I'm crazy for being this organized. I have so many spreadsheets about stuff. And here's the thing, Auroria. I don't know if you've seen the list for my expenses that I've shown on stream once. But the thing is, I also do lists like that. When I do them, they go crazy. But with like organizing my own life, nope. Like with appointments, it doesn't work. Eric said, my therapist told me trauma is acting a lot like ADHD. Yeah, for example, I guess. I heard a lot that depression, which I mean is part of trauma mostly, right? And ADHD is also like, there's a lot of stuff, like the overthinking part, you know, things like that. Yeah. So, difficult. Many entrepreneurs have ADHD, says Cosmic. There are many good qualities to ADHD also. I agree. I studied with a guy in Canada for a year that ran an ADHD forum. Nice. Yeah, I think it helps a lot for people to connect and to know they're not alone, you know? I think the biggest thing with any kind of your brain working differently than typically, right? I don't want to say normal, but like a typical thing is that you oftentimes feel like you have to fit into systems that don't really support your way of working, and you not knowing what's wrong, you know? I feel like I have a lot of friends who are diagnosed with ADHD as well, and I feel like before they got diagnosed or before they even thought about it, a lot of them had this thought in the back of their mind of like, why can't I be normal? Like, why can't I do things? Why am I this lazy? Why am I this disorganized? Why am I always forgetting things even though I don't want to, right? I think that's the most important thing to get out, right? But much love for all the nice comments about this. Like, I love when we touch these kind of subjects and you guys are just so super respectful and supportive towards people sharing in chat, towards me sometimes sharing. Thank you for that, folks. Nini says, I'm still getting diagnosed. And by the way, thanks for all your openness as well. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for opening up with us. So Nini says, I'm still getting diagnosed because ADHD and autism looks similar to childhood trauma. So it's a tricky process. Fair enough. Fair enough. But all the best on your journey, you know, to getting to know yourself better. I think in the end it's about that, right? Eric says, I can help others organize their lives, but mine is structured like the case fractal from Guild Wars. I love it. I love it. Yeah. That's also something I heard from people. Like, it's easier to organize other people's stuff than their own stuff. Little bit of neuro-spicy talk at the end of the stream. I love it. Aurora says, only a genius can rule over chaos. I've got another one for you. Which was, how would you translate it? Order is just the chaos that we got used to. Smurfy says, depression indicates incoherences in thinking, a deviation from the norm. Question this norm. Is it cause for more noise? Is it cause for more noise? Whew, wait. I'm too tired for this. Oh no, we got another ad. I wanted to skip this ad break. I'm so sorry, folks. I forgot. QED. So depression indicates incoherences in thinking. Well, I guess it can, yeah. A deviation from the norm. Well, then again, you know, that's the thing. What's the norm? Depression can be the norm if you've been depressed for a long time, right? But yeah, I still don't know exactly what the gist is of your comment. I'm sorry. But yeah, what is the norm? I mean, the norm is defined by the majority of how something works, right? You got this a graph, and there's people on the ends of the spectrum, and then there's like the majority of things are in the middle, and that's where the so-called norm is. And then things deviate from the norm the more you go to the outside, right? I would say that's the definition of the norm. So the norm can change, but societal norm is just like what most people do, right? It's like pop music. Pop music is always the music that's listened to most at that moment, because it's just what's popular, right? By definition. But I do agree, Smurfy, that we have to kind of question this, even though you have to be quite careful with questioning your norms, because it can derail you also quite quickly. There is a reason we human beings like routine to a certain degree, right? And normality. Arrangements, mental prisons, that's the norm. I don't feel like the norm is a mental prison or something bad. It's just we should be conscious about things can deviate from the norm and still be okay, right? Because again, there's always going to be a norm about anything, right? You could say it's normal for a plant to be green because most plants are green somewhere, right? Because of chlorophyll. And then there's probably some exceptions. And that's fine, you know, they're not worse plants because of that. But you still have to know that. Maybe they behave differently, maybe there's a reason for it. But well, anyways. Aurora said, my partner has been diagnosed with autism, and when my mother-in-law mentioned it last time we were shopping, she tried to talk it down as if she said he's a killer. Well, that's probably also because autism is portrayed very one-sided in the media up to this point, I think. Like when people hear autism, they think of Rain Man, they think of which other characters are there? Like these kind of like Asperger genius, you know, kind of autists that aren't able to act socially at all. But well, we're slowly getting there in representation, right? Anyways, folks, we've been deviating a bit. But again, thank you so much for sharing. I'd love to pick up this talk some other time, maybe, when we have a little bit more time and we're streaming under different circumstances. Because again, today we are streaming for a special cause to help Carl start over, as it says down here, to help a dear friend and co-streamer, or co-worker, you could say colleague, land on his 2 feet after a huge surgery. He still has to undergo some physical treatment and recovery, etc. So the process is still not over, and he can use every little bit of support he can get at the moment. Every single dollar counts. Don't let yourself get discouraged by the 30K goal. We don't have to make it there, right? It's just a goal, but every step on the way to that goal is as important as reaching it. So thank you so much for considering it. We're also raiding Sax Dragon in a few minutes, so if you want to get a face to the name, you know, and hear his story from his own words, then please feel free to stick around and join us on the raid. I love it, Aurea. That's the way to react. All right. So I think at this point it is time to say thank you to the 2 donations coming in again. Thanks, Nalakika. Thanks, Mr. Size, for your generous support towards this cause. I'll check if Sagsy is alive. But he should be. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And yeah, we'll be raiding over then after our last song. What is a nice quickie to raid over with? Oh, let's do this one. Oh, Light also sharing a little bit. Let me read this one real quick. I have ADHD and autism myself. The combination. I feel you. Everything you really want to change, you can achieve if you truly want it. Everything that makes you unique is special and beautiful. Accept who you are and be the ones you really want to be. I love it, Light. Thank you. Thanks for saying that to us. I wholeheartedly agree. We all are who we are, and no matter if we are typical or not typical, if we are abiding the norm by accident or not, both is fine, you know? Cosmic says, what the F? What do you mean by that, Cosmic? shouldn't do this anymore when I'm hungry. All right, folks, we're raiding over to Sax Dragon. Again, thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for being part of this. And thanks for considering supporting Sax Dragon. It means a lot to him, and to all of us. You know, we have an interest in keeping this guy around. That sounded so opportunistic. I mean, in like, you know how I mean it. And Cosmic, I do agree. Again, thank you so much. Maybe today was not the right stream to do a longer section of this, but still, thank you for sharing, you know. We've been touching this subject a few streams ago already, and I feel like there's so many people here who are affected by it, who know people who are affected. So maybe we'll do a talk about this at some point or so. But another day, another time, another place. Thank you so much, though, again, for being here today, even though today is not a regular streaming day. I'll let you know on Discord and my other socials when we'll be live this week. And next week, or the week after that, will be a bit weird schedule-wise because I'm moving or I start to move during that week. So streams will be a bit irregular in July in general. I already apologize for this, but I'm happy to be back regularly in August with a new studio for you guys. So looking forward to it. And now, let's hear it for Sax Dragon. Going over there. Enjoy your time, folks, and see you soon.